Hey everybody out there in Facebook land, it is Saturday night again. Wow, these come by really quick, don't they? So the weeks pass by, but thank goodness because Saturday night is a lot of fun here at Mark's Bar. So, last week we did mint juleps, and, I think if you remember, Jana and Amy both said that they had never had them, right? And let's just say, remember those couple of bottles of bourbon that we had? Well, I don't have those anymore. So it was a fun evening, and the week before, we'd done Bloody Marys, and I actually had some of that in the fridge, so perfecto. See how all this works? It just kind of builds up, right? So, tonight, I need to bring out, my trusty co-star here, Jana, and she's actually back from the Kentucky Derby. She was so excited last week about, the Kentucky Derby that she actually went. So, Jana, if you would, come on out. Oh, my God. So, Jana didn't show up, but, looks like Stumbling Jaeger did. Oh my God, you totally did it, didn't you?
I won the Kentucky Derby. I drank the most mint juleps.
If you guys remember, last week we said that, they serve 80,000 mint juleps a year. I think this year was probably about 95,000 with Jana there. So,
is that when you spent the night on the couch?
That's why I had to stay the night on the couch.
Yeah, we'll put it. Yeah, there was a sleepover there. So, wow, you have never looked better.
Thanks.
I mean, you look amazing, like big, beautiful eyes. Yeah, your mouth is open. That's always the case. All right, so tonight's going to be kind of interesting. We've got about 3 different cocktails, but before we do that, we actually have friends over tonight because we're going to have kind of a Cinco de Mayo celebration after this. So, I'd like to bring up Irene Levesque. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh. So, yeah.
Just very happy to be here and anxious to partake in these wonderful cocktails, and hopefully my mustache won't be as long as Jenna's.
How'd that get there?
Oh, that mustache! Wow, it looks so good. It grew a lot because last week it didn't have the
No, it didn't.
handlebars. So,
I worked on it this week.
And then Irene Dunbar is with us tonight. So come on up.
In the house! In the house!
Oh my!
I'm so excited to be here and watching you guys on Facebook Live, and just couldn't wait to come and be part of it and wait for an invitation.
We are so happy to have you here. So you look amazing.
This is thanks to my friend Na. And I told her I was going to come here tonight and be on Facebook Live, and she said, "Oh, well, we have to make you look like you belong on their Facebook Live show." So here I am.
Yay! Well, so glad to have you. So glad to have you. And then we have Joe and Dave with us. So
Get up there, Joe and Dave.
Come on.
So come on up.
In the house.
Tell everybody out there in Facebook land, hey, or whatever.
Hey,
watch the show. Yeah, so we're going to be having some cocktails later. We've already started with a few, or at least Jen and I have. So I am going to admit that I did, later this, or I don't know, about an hour ago, whatever. I did kind of write down kind of my recipes because, I've had
a couple
shots
of
tequila.
David and Joe will do quality control.
Yes. All right. So let's get this party started. So, wow, you look so good with a mustache.
I know. It's gonna be a permanent thing.
Like the one you already have.
Is it really?
This one's better.
It is better. So tonight we're going to do, I've actually got recipes for 3 different margaritas. I'm actually only going to show how to do 2 of them. And I know there's some of you out there that have been requesting the recipe for my margarita that I did like when I was like back in college, and there's some of you out there who actually have partaken in those, and I don't know, we might have lost a few days of our life. I'm not quite sure. And when you see what all I put in it, you will actually probably know why. So the first one, and we'll put all of these recipes out there, and I promise they're already ready. So when we finish the show, you guys will have them out there, ready to go.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, see. So kind of the first one that we're going to talk about is what I call the Coconut Dream Margarita. So Gianna,
Yeah.
would you be so kind as to bring me the sample there, please?
It looks gorgeous.
So you guys can see it is just a coconut margarita. We put like a cherry in it, and of course there's some of Scott's very famous toasted coconuts in there. So this one again, we'll put the recipe out there, but it's actually pretty easy. And what's even great about this one is Jana, you can make it and put it in a pitcher. So the recipe I'm going to give you actually makes kind of a pitcher of these. So that'll come in handy later when we can't remember how to
Or
make
if
the
you've
others.
had a really bad day, it could just be a big glass.
Here, let me just go on ahead. I'll just give you a straw right now. There you go.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Cinco de Mayo, right?
Cinco de Mayo.
Yep. So in that one, again, we'll put the recipe out there, but it's really just pretty easy. You've got a can of cream of coconut.
It's delicious.
Some tequila. You've got a tequila, some triple sec, some lime juice, a little bit of lime zest. Put that all in a blender with some ice. Blend it up. Done. Great, refreshing margarita.
And it's delicious.
It is definitely delicious. So, did you enjoy all of that?
Cinco de Mayo. Means yes. In Spanish.
She's... it's that horse head. I think it was the horse head.
It was too tight.
It was too tight.
It was a little hard to breathe in there.
That was on purpose.
Hey! Hey!
Hey! So the second one that we're going to make is actually a grilled pineapple jalapeno infused tequila margarita.
Now?
I think Irene Dunbar just died on the
ours.
couch over here. I really think she
Can I
did.
make that now? Yeah.
So, I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of ways to make this one. Number one, so let me show it to you. So it
You
is,
can help him, Irene.
yeah, you can help. Come on up, Irene. You can help me
I
with
wanna
this
see how
one.
you do this.
So, so again, there's a couple of ways you can do it, because when you see what goes in it, when you blend it all up, it can be kind of thick. So it's almost kind of like a protein shake. So it kind of makes you feel good, right? So it's kind of like you're,
It's healthy.
it's kind of like it's healthy, and
But it also makes you drunk.
Even better.
well,
Even better.
we all know that's what Jana looks for. So, so anyhow, you can do it that way. You can serve it on the rocks. You can actually put it through a
Sieve.
Okay, yeah. You guys know. After weeks, you guys
know how
know.
to say it. He says Sev or Sieve.
Say
Say
Steve.
it again.
Sieve.
Sieve.
It's like give.
Yeah.
It's give with an
Yeah.
S.
You got a little
S-I-E-V-E.
something else in there.
Yeah, so I can't say it. Oh, you guys know for weeks there's words I can't pronounce in this, and I get corrected all the time. That's what makes it fun. So you can put it through a CV or whatever you do, and that will actually take kind of the pulp out of it, so it'll make it not hardly as hearty of a drink. I kind of like it with the pulp in it. Or you can actually do it like we're going to do it tonight. We're going to mix it all together. We're going to put some ice in the blender, and we're going to make a blended drink out of it. Yeah.
Now? Are we going to do that now?
Yeah, we're going to do it now. We are actually going to do it now. So,
I think
again, I've got my
Never too.
I've got Scott's trusty blender here. I've already put some ice in it because after watching the video of putting ice in the blender, it was kind of annoying. So I didn't want to annoy you guys tonight. And for those of you who are still waiting for Mark's famous margarita recipe, I'm going to make you watch through this one before I tell you how to make that one. So
Evil man.
I am a little evil. I learned everything I know from Jana.
Ah,
Everything I know from
that's
Jana.
so not
You
true.
need a sharp stick.
So,
I know.
so the first thing we're going to start with is actually some jalapeno infused tequila. And actually, did she just snort?
No.
Snorted.
I thought I still had the horse.
So
head on.
did you make that?
I did, and it's really simple. It's a cup of blanco tequila.
Blanco.
See, I get corrected all the time.
Well, I'm
And-
such an expert at the Spanish language. Blanco.
Yeah, she can say una más cerveza, por favor.
What does that mean?
One
See,
more beer,
exactly.
please.
Sure.
Exactly. See, we all know. So it's really just a cup of tequila, and then you just slice up a fresh jalapeno in it, let it marinate for about 12 to 24 hours. We did take the seeds out of this one because that does make it a little bit more mild. If you want it more spicy, you can leave the seeds in it.
So if you want a hot jalapeno,
If you want a hot jalapeno,
you leave the seeds in.
that's correct.
Jalapeno.
And
Jalapeno.
so it's actually, it really adds a lot of flavor to this margarita. So
Can I smell it?
she is always wanting to stick her nose.
Yeah, I want to smell it. Oh, it smells spicy.
You want to smell it? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Ooh. It smells good though.
Yeah. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of this. So we're just going to put that over here in the blender. And you guys just trust that I'm doing that since you can't see.
I thought you weren't going to use the blender because it's annoying.
I wasn't going to put ice in the blender because that is annoying.
Oh, I must not have been listening.
And we all know that,
You're
you
annoying,
know,
I still use it
like,
too.
yeah, exactly. Like Jana's annoying, I still let her go on. So 1.5 ounces of tequila, right? And then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of triple sec. Going to put that right in here.
And he is doing it.
Hear that? That's me emptying that into the blender.
That's
Yes.
annoying too. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
I can't help it.
And then
It's my excuse.
we actually have, and I forgot to tell you this at the beginning, is this has grilled pineapple slices in it.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, you can go get a fresh pineapple and cut them into 1-inch slices. Or you can do like we did, and you go to the grocery store, and they've already got it peeled and the center out of it.
That's a good idea.
And you just take it, cut it in 1 inch, put it in a grill pan, you know,
Or
for
George
about
Foreman.
5 minutes per side.
George Foreman.
Or you could do a George Foreman. That's a great idea. You could do a George
Or
Foreman.
An
So
outside grill if you've got it hot already.
yeah, exactly. You could do an outside grill or whatever. So
And
you just put a
anything
little
on
bit.
it?
You just put a little bit of olive oil
Oh, okay.
on it and put it on there. Let it cook for 5 minutes per side. And you got these beautiful grill marks, and it gives it a great smoky kind of flavor. So we're going to put 2 of these. And I think maybe like these are pretty thick, so we may just do like 1.5. So we're gonna only do about 1.5. Okay, so we got that in there. All right, and then we're going to put the juice of 1 lime. Okay, so we're
Just
gonna
one?
just one lime, just 1 lime.
Oh, and you have a fancy little
All right,
juicer.
put that in a little juicer.
Isn't that cute?
They're color coordinated. He has an orange one too that's for oranges.
The orange one has
I
a lemon.
like that.
And a yellow one. There is a yellow one
For lemons.
All right, just the juice of 1 lime. Gonna squeeze
Does
that
your
in there.
mustache interfere with being able to drink the margarita?
No, nothing interferes with me being able
Good.
to
Oh,
drink
good.
my margarita.
I'm glad.
All right. And then, you know, we're going to use just a little bit of water in here. So
Water?
about 2 ounces of water.
Why water?
It just kind of helps with the thickness of the
Okay.
of the
So
So we're not trying to dilute it.
We're not trying to dilute it.
And you
Absolutely
did put the
not.
tequila in.
The tequila is in.
Are you sure?
The tequila is
Yeah,
absolutely,
Does anybody
absolutely
remember if you
in
put the
there.
tequila in?
Are you sure we don't need more tequila?
I'll put a
You
little
don't
bit.
need any more.
I'll put a little extra in there. I'll put a little extra in there.
Tequila! I said
So-
it without stuttering.
And then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And get the good stuff. Don't buy the imitation. Go get the good stuff, okay?
Well, if you're going to spend that much on tequila, you don't want to buy it.
That's right. You don't want fake imitation vanilla, right?
I like that you have Mexican condiment hole
You
in
know.
there too.
And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of raw agave nectar. So this will sweeten it up a little bit. So just 2 tablespoons right in there. 2 tablespoons.
You could use honey also.
You could use honey. You could use probably simple syrup if you wanted to. But the agave is nice and it's kind of fun to say.
Agave.
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 Or, you know, probably for me, probably the first time I saw it, I called it agave.
Agave. What's
You know,
agave?
because you guys know me. So, got all that in the blender. So hold your ears, guys, because we're gonna blend it up. Okay. I think it just scared everybody. All right.
The lights didn't blink that time.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Does that mean that your lights are still on?
They're always on.
I'm just glad.
So, here we
I
go.
put the cover on.
Yeah. That
Pour
one's
that-
got Dunbar written all over it.
Yes, it does. And then for garnish, we just took the pineapples, a couple of the
I'll
slices,
share it.
put it right on
Grilled
there.
pineapple.
We're gonna
Yummy in the
put a
tongue.
straw right in it, and we're gonna hand this one right over
Thank you. Thank you
to
so
Miss
much.
Dunbar. You gotta try it on.
Oh,
I
Sarah.
thought David
Oh,
was
okay.
getting it.
Yes.
You were getting it. Oh, I see, ladies before gentlemen.
Oh
When
my
you
gosh.
should-
The pineapple is, you definitely taste the pineapple, but it has this wonderful undertone, I guess you want to call it, of the jalapeno.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
I think I want a spoon. This is going to take way too long with the straw.
Just get rid of the straw and turn it on.
Mm.
Anybody else?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
much too much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh my
I'm waiting
All right.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Mark Smith.
I know he wants to go. This
So definitely.
forget the straw, just drink it.
All right. So, one of the other things that we're going to be doing tonight, you know, like I said, we're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We've got carnitas that are about ready to go in the oven. So, I know that everybody's getting hungry and probably ready to move to food. But you know, I did want to show you one of the things, and Scott actually has this out on his 7ravensbakehouse.com website. Are these amazing little white chocolate tamales?
Ooh.
So,
You had me at chocolate.
Those are tamales.
so we will be partaking in those later.
Oh my
Yay.
God.
Yes. So I'm gonna move them over here, away from
You're
Janet.
right by me.
Oh, I'm
I'll
gonna
take
put
it.
them right by Janet. So, all right.
No, I'm waiting.
So
Oh, that's
let's talk about the Mark's famous margarita now. So, and I didn't see if Michelle joined, but if you did, you've been waiting on this one since about 19. I won't say because you and I can't be that young, right? But we've been waiting. I know you've been waiting for this recipe for a while. So, first of all, we're going to start with our handy dandy shaker, right? We're just going to put some ice in it.
Go ahead and help him.
Make sure he makes it
I
right.
just wanted to-
All right. Just going to put some ice in the shaker here, right?
Irene is your assistant now.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to
I wonder
stay
if she can put the drink down long enough to help me, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You don't have to, like Jana never does.
No, I'm just.
No,
drinking.
she just keeps drinking.
I'm
So,
here to learn. Yeah.
I'm here to drink
you know, and then you know,
and give advice.
then the
Things
one
I
thing
know nothing about.
is, you know, like margarita mixes out there. You know, they've got kind of that fake green kind of color to it, which I am not a fan of. I'll just admit I'm not a fan of it. So I actually made my own margarita mix, and we'll put this recipe out there also. But it's really, you got sugar, you got the juice of limes, you got the juice of oranges, a little lime zest, a little orange zest, some salt. Put that on the stove, let the sugar melt, cool it down, and you get this beautiful bottle of margarita mix.
Welcome to my mind.
So, but we're not gonna start with that, right?
Oh, what are we going to start with?
So what we're going to start with
2 shots of tequila?
is close.
Okay.
So we're gonna use
Patron.
Gold Patron.
Tequila.
All right,
Tequila.
tequila. All right.
Does it have a worm in it?
God,
No.
I
It
hope
better
No. And we're going to do 1.5 ounces of that. All right? 1.5 ounces. Okay? That's where we're going to start. And then, this right here is, you can put this in or not. If you don't want to put this in, you can do another 1/2 ounce of tequila. But we kick it up a notch here at Mark's Bar, and we put in 1/2 ounce of Everclear.
Oh,
Everclear.
Ooh.
Isn't that what you put in your car if you run out of gas?
It can be
Sure
used for
is.
that.
or
Yes.
a race car additive?
Yes.
Oh my God. Cleans
It's
rust off your
It's
tires.
just a 1/2 ounce. It doesn't.
Just a
mean-
tiny little half
Just a
ounce.
tiny little 1/2 ounce. Now, we all know that that's going to have a little bit of a kick to it, right? So, how do we get rid of that kick?
You drink it. Oh,
Easy.
She just lost me. She lost me. I already have it pre-measured, but 2 tablespoons of confectionery sugar.
Oh, okay.
that's
Powdered
was,
sugar.
That was 2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons.
That was a lot.
No, it wasn't. Has no points.
Powdered sugar has a lot of
And what we're going to do is we're going to
Don't
shake
see Everclear.
this up because that gets the sweetness in with the liquor, right? All right. And then we're going to add 3 ounces of our mix.
3 ounces.
Which
How
is
long will that mix keep?
delicious.
Probably about a week.
And it has to stay in the refrigerator.
This has to stay in the fridge. Now,
It will last a week.
the infused tequila will last a year.
Mm.
That will last a year.
Amazing what alcohol can
In theory.
Yeah. So we're
If
gonna
you don't drink it.
Right.
right if
Like
you don't
that's
drink
what
it.
happens.
That's right. Okay. So we got that mixed up. So now we're going to take a lime, and we're just gonna cut a little wedge here on the lime. Ow! No.
do. Oh my God. It's like the
love
Julia Child
doing
commercial on
that.
Saturday Night Live. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. That thing was frightening.
All right. So we're just gonna take this and go around the edge of the
Oh,
glass.
that's how you get it to stick.
All right. And we're going to actually do half margarita salt. All right. And we're going to do half of raw sugar.
Yum.
All right. That's all ready to go. Going to put our lime back on the glass. Going to take the lid off of this.
Oh boy.
Wow. How perfect is that?
That's absolutely perfect.
Going for a swim.
Perfect. All right. And you know, every good bartender actually, has to get a taste, right?
I have to finish this so I can come back.
Okay. Who's game?
See that?
All right.
Ah, thank you, sir.
There we go.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Cheers.
You see the hand.
Cheers. All right. So I guess you're going to take the coconut one there, right?
Well, I've already drank half of it.
So you might as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, that actually, is our 3 kind of margaritas for the night. And like I said, we're all hungry, and probably this one should eat because, she's...
She's starting to grow.
Or they'll end up and, she'll need Bloody Marys again tomorrow. So, as always, it's great seeing you guys. Hope you enjoy the show. We'll post the recipes afterward, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.